We like to build up all the anticipation.
Wait for it.
Let's say hypothetically that I don't know anything about fly fishing.
Yeah, right?
It was like this instant 8-way man crush.
I'm on the fence.
The time we've been doing this podcast, I've never seen Uncle Buck perk up his dolphin procreation. Like you just flipped up out of your chair.
Yeah, he just blew out his blowhole.
What you talking about?
And that's pretty much my dream coming true is to actually meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm the humblest guy I know.
Humble. Work at huge trade shows in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You meet some pretty wild guys.
You blew it! I'm the worst PR person ever. Fire me.
We are live. It's about time.
We got it out.
The year in the making, right?
We are here.
Yeah. All week, all month, all year, we've been talking about coming back to the Great American Outdoor Show.
Yeah, buddy.
And we're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 2018, and it's kicking. It's on.
It is on. Yesterday it was a buzz. Great to get back, kind of go say hi to everybody that we talked to last year. It's better even now that we're going to run around and say hey to those same people and get it in the can, if you will.
In today's podcast, you're going to hear all the people that we did talk to last year, the friends that we made. We're going to do, where are they at now?
Yeah. What are they up to?
Yeah.
What's happening last year?
Yeah, and what's going on for the year to come?
Well, and thanks to the NRA, too, one, for having us back, and two, for hosting another awesome show. I know we walked around yesterday just to kind of say hello to some familiar faces, and it's just as good as it's been the past couple of years.
If not, I heard the statistic yesterday through the hall that twice as many people pre-ordered tickets to come through this year's show than last year.
And what did NRA say to us this morning? They had online tickets ordered from all 50 states.
Yeah, wow. And
Get
places,
you some.
Like,
places as far as Finland.
Not vendors coming to the show, but actual people walking around taking a look at everything from all 50 states and countless countries.
We ran into a couple yesterday that drive down from Western New York every year, spend the weekend.
And for anybody who hasn't been to this show, let's take a step back. The Great American Outdoor Show is exactly what it is. It's great. It is the biggest hunting and fishing show in the world, bar none. If you come here just for one day and walk around, your legs will be tired, and you'll be hard-pressed to see everything, and you won't be able to talk to 5% of the people if you actually want to hold a conversation. If you just walk booth to booth and take a glance, you might see it in one day.
Yeah.
So make sure you come down for 2 days if you can,
at least,
and try to go around and see all your best guides, all your best products that are out there. People here are just dying to talk to you.
Yeah, and on top of the hunting and fishing, anything camping or outdoor related, I mean, that's one of my favorite parts here. You go walk into the camping hall, and just some of the new cool products that they have out there. I mean, they have freezers for your truck. They have solar-powered, pretty much tag-along trailers that you can...
Off-road trailers.
That rooftop tent.
Yeah, and they have trailers that pretty much are military grade that they use to drop out of...
I almost hate to say this because I know we're still in the middle of getting this opener in, and I don't want Catfish to take off running. But in that same hall is where Cold Cracker Bushcraft is. So not only do you get fancy electronics and all the new gadgets and gizmos, but you can also learn how to make primitive fire.
Yeah,
is Dan Wowak here?
Yeah, he is.
Mrs. Wowak's here too.
I was not here yesterday. I missed out on the first day.
Yeah.
So this is day 2, and you're telling me that Dan Wowak from Cold Cracker Bushcraft is here.
And that's why Sammy's got a hold of you right now, so you can't take off.
I honestly can tell you, I think who we're starting to show off with. Guess who I'm going to see?
Dan Wowak.
Dan Wowak.
There you go.
What a better person to start to show off with than a bushcraft master.
Light the fire, baby.
Oh, man.
Well, guys, we're going to hit the floor and stay tuned because there's going to be plenty of good content coming your way.
Guys, I'm going to have to do something before we get going.
What are you going to do?
Get loud.
I'm going to get loud.
You're going to get loud?
I'm going to get loud.
You can do it.
We are at the Great American Outdoor Show 2018.
Do it.
Yeah, buddy.
Stay tuned, guys. This is going to be great.
All right.
Let's go.
Rig 'em wheelers.
So we made our way over to the camping hall. This is Uncle Catfish. With me is
Kyle.
And
Dan Wowak.
Dan Wowak.
For Bushcraft.
Absolutely,
Good
boss.
to see you again, Dan. Good to see you guys again, too.
It has been a year, and one of the things that I personally said from last year's show that I came back booth after booth to booth, is just stopped at this booth and told Dan, I feel manly. I feel good. I feel like an outdoorsman, but I don't feel Dan Wowak outdoorsman, because when I get to see you on your social media outlets, making your own bulls, using your hatchets, trapping, walking around with your flintlock, I go, I have to learn some bushcraft. And I did not make it up this year, but we will make it up somehow this year, because you're super busy with everything that you're teaching everybody, and I need to get up and get into some of that, because I know a lot of people were enjoying it, and I missed it. So let's not miss it this year. What happened this year that you were so busy?
Well, first of all, I was waiting all year for you guys to come up. I was constantly, we were back and forth a little bit. It just did not work out because we were so busy. But the show was great last year. It skyrocketed my business so much more than it was. So I had so much clientele coming up from this. And then throughout the year, we just kept expanding into new markets, doing new things. So new classes, we reformatted some of our old classes, and we're just moving forward with all of that. Our online store has grown over time, so we're getting into more custom items. And with the new coming year, hopefully by this summer, we're going to be launching our own knife line. And you guys are the first ones to hear about that. So it's going to be all controlled with us. So we're running from the beginning to the end. We have a full machine shop at our disposal, so we're doing everything in-house with our own knives.
And this is going to be exclusive. Dan Wowak, Cool Cracker Bushcraft knife category?
Yeah, so it's going to be our knives, Cool Cracker Bushcraft.
Oh, man, that's exciting.
Knives. So we're going to have a lineup of those coming out hopefully by summer. We're in the early stages of getting everything developed, but it's coming out really quick.
That's pretty sweet.
And if you missed last year's show, I'm going to take a big step back. So Dan runs a bushcraft school up north in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yep. So we're located in Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania. We are actually in Ringtown. That is the physical location of our school. We run survival, bushcraft, and long-term wilderness living classes from basic all the way out to advanced courses.
So don't be intimidated, because you can go if you don't know a lot of stuff, and Dan will help you at multiple levels, right?
Yeah, so really, I tell people exactly what you said. Never be intimidated with what we're doing, because it's a very laid-back learning environment. We don't stress people out and push people to the point that they're frustrated and agitated. Our survival classes are based around emergency scenarios, so we need to create that a little bit, but we want people to learn ultimately. So when they leave, they have that skill set. So you can come in knowing nothing and say, I was in the woods one time, but I'm going to go on a hunting trip and I want to have some skill set around that.
Absolutely.
And we're going to teach you how to do that. And our bushcraft classes are super laid back, great learning environment. We eat really well during the classes, teach you how to cook, teach you how to live comfortably in the woods with the equipment that you have.
That's awesome.
And Dan, for our listeners that aren't familiar with the area, Schuylkill County, it's kind of, I'd say geography-wise, it's similar to most of Appalachia.
We're right in the mountains of Appalachia where we're located.
So it's not super aggressive and super harsh conditions for your average person, but it's enough to give you the kind of feeling that,
you're out there.
You're
definitely, when you're out there at night and you hear the coyotes howling in the distance and you're sleeping, you have the campfire crackling, you feel like you're out there living it. So it's just a great situation.
I don't know why when I say these things week after week, like I want to go up here and do this and I'm going to go up there and do this, it is a lot of my fault where the weekend comes and I'm like, man, I can walk 100 yards and go crappie fishing. But I am going to push myself this year, because there are some skills that I would like to learn. A lot of it has to do with me with basic shelter building. And I know that's something you could probably offer to teach me up there.
Yeah, so we go over that through all our classes. We have a large curriculum, and that is built in because that's one of the essentials you need: fire, shelter, water. That's something we focus on in every single class. And for you guys being out hunting and doing everything that you do, building a natural shelter like we talked about prior to this podcast, you can keep that up. You can use it as a blind. And if there was some type of emergency that you got stuck out there, you broke your ankle or something, you can live in that thing for a day or two until somebody comes out and gets you.
And these are the types of things that a lot of people don't take into consideration in a normal lifestyle. Like they hear this and they're like, oh, bushcraft school, it sounds too complicated for me, or I don't know if I could do that. But in all actuality, if you really do the simple basic math of life, this isn't something that you should do. It's something that you really should do. Like to have the basic fire starting skills and to know how to build shelter. should be an essential part of a human being.
Well, you look at life throughout time, and that is what we do. We turn our heat on now. Well, we used to have to make that fire. So it's
my fireplace comes on with a light switch in my house.
Exactly. so it's very simple. But I always tell people this, even if they're not too into it and they think, well, maybe we'll go out. Yeah. It's always good to put yourself in a situation of uncomfortableness because it builds you as a person. So if you come out and you're uncomfortable and don't know how to do these things and you learn how to do them, it's going to relate to your life because you think, man, I went in the woods and I lived for a day and I didn't know how to do anything. So when you face struggles at work or other struggles out there doing things, you think, man, I can get through that because it just builds you as a person overall.
Amen, man.
And Dan, in addition to the survival classes, why don't you tell us a little bit about what else you offer here and then also how people can find out some more information about the services that you do offer.
Yeah, what's here at your booth right now?
Yeah, so at the Great American Outdoor Show, we are at booth 3327. We sell knives, fire starting devices, packs, some of our signature apparel. I have some of my handcrafted goods from belt pouches to I also have a blacksmith. Did you build
these belt pouches?
I make them all by hand.
Did you really?
Yeah, they're all hand sewn.
I love it.
Made those, and then I have a forge, so I made the strikers, the blanket pins. So we do all that stuff along with everything else. And then if you want to explore more of what's going on, you can always check us out over at coldcrackerbushcraft.com and all the social media outlets. YouTube, we have over 250 videos. Cold Cracker Bushcraft, Instagram, daily posts on there, and Facebook at Cold Cracker Bushcraft. So,
well, I personally love following you on Instagram. I kind of wish there are days that I was out with you when I see your pictures, and got to be honest with you, I think even once or twice I even said, I want to be like Dan Wowak. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good as long as I'm inspiring people.
You are inspiring people. We can't wait to see the rest of this show, but I personally, from last year to this year, seeing the entire show for the last 15, 20 years since we've been coming here, this was the only way to kick it off because I honestly think that not only do you have a great product and a great personality from meeting you, somebody that would be awesome to hang out with the woods, people out there really need to listen to me. And if you don't know basic survival skills, it's something that you should strive to better yourself for. And it's great that you can help people do that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah. Go check out Dan Wowak.
He's in the camping hall.
Yep. Yeah, and also online for all your survival needs. And we're going to go ahead and keep this train rolling.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Dan.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, boss. Uncle Catfish, Rutten River. This is Will.
Yeah. We're at the OK Four-Wheel Drive booth. They're a vendor here at the Great American Outdoor Show. Ren, you got a lot of great products here.
Thank you, man.
I absolutely just bought this same Tacoma. Same color.
Dude, I walked in and I was like, oh, my Catfish is going to die.
My truck it has just over 1,000 miles on it from this week, and I walked over here and saw that on top of it. It's a bed camper with a fold-up and all the awnings.
Yeah. Catfish's truck is a tabula rosa. It's a blank canvas. It has
I want to pull it in here and build it during the show so that people can watch.
That's what we need to do.
Rin, tell me what's on that truck.
So the truck starts with ARB parts. So it has the ARB front bumpers, it has their side rails, and also fender protection. It's got their snorkel system, their Old Man Emu BP51 suspension.
Yeah.
So it's bypass shocks that are internally bypassed. They're adjustable for compression and rebound. On top of that, it has Hilux rear springs from Old Man Emu for the added weight of the AuCab kayak camper.
Hilux is that's more of a European brand.
Yeah, so the Tacoma is only available in North America. The rest of the world has the Hilux, which is a much heavier duty version.
Yeah, I love the fact that this is the only rooftop tent, rooftop camper, bed-in camper that I've ever seen with the awning that goes around the side.
Yeah,
it literally has a 90-degree awning that comes out from it. I've never seen that before.
And that awning is available separately, so that can bolt to any roof rack.
Really?
Like front runner, rhino rack, even on the side of the tent.
I love it. What's the size of the bed up there? Is that a twin? It looks like a twin up there.
Yeah, it's 56 inches wide, but it's 9 feet long.
Yeah, it's huge up there.
Yeah.
I love it. So we'll have to work on making my truck look like that. Absolutely. And you have some other rooftop tents here as well. I mean, you don't have to go that luxury, but This one right here looks luxury enough to me to start with. If you had a rooftop rack, you could probably put that on top of pretty much anything.
Yeah. Any vehicle with an aftermarket rack, you can bolt it right on. The big thing is the setup time is like 10 seconds, and to take it down is like 10 seconds.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're moving every day, it's great.
I love the fact that it's inside of a hard case too. It's not like you have to fight with the other covers of some of the rooftop tents. So it just folds down. It folds down and folds up pretty quick.
Yeah. If you want, I can show you.
Yeah, we'll walk over here as soon as we're done. Look at this thing.
Absolutely. So anything special other than, like there's so much here for Outlander, off-roading. It's like a one-stop shop. Okay, four-wheel drive. Where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of Stortsville, New Jersey, which is right across from Easton, Pennsylvania.
Gotcha. So you're not that far away. We could drive Catfish's truck over there. And just,
Oh, we're going to drive Catfish's truck over. I just talked about myself in the third person. I'm so excited looking around at some of these trailers. And the Become One truck has one of your campers on top of it.
Yep.
Has one of the rooftop tents.
Yeah, we have a full-service shop. We have 7 bays plus an alignment bay. So, we pump out lift kits and everything four-wheel drive.
I love
That's
it.
awesome.
So people can just come down here. We're in the camping hall here at the Great American Outdoor Show. Come see Rin. You can't miss it. I mean, there's lots of amazing things in this hall, but when you walk by this Tacoma, you're going to go, oh, that's where Rin is.
Yeah,
that's what the guys were talking about.
Lots of toys, yeah.
Lots of big boy toys.
Yep. Can't wait to get out.
Rin, what's big for 2018 real quick?
Basically our new camper. So this was our first prototype that we got in the U.S., and our production models are coming in March.
Are they available now?
They are, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome. He's making noises.
It's a slide-in camper, too, so you just hook 4 camper jacks, and it's only 4 bolts, and the whole camper comes right off.
What?
Yeah, so you can use your truck all week as a truck, back it in, hook up the camper, go out for the weekend.
Dude.
It's got a standalone dual battery system built into it.
I saw it has the hot water tank and everything on it.
There's LEDs all around it. It's crazy.
The electronic fridge is in it.
Yep.
Yeah, get down here to the Great American Outdoor Show. Check this out.
All right, guys, so we're in the fishing hall here, booth 2400 at the Mega Strike Fishing booth with the president, Bobby Urig. Bobby, how's it going?
I am having a wonderful time. This right here is the greatest outdoor expo in the world, hands down.
It sure is.
You guys have been here with us for a couple of years now.
Yes, sir.
And there are 7 buildings in this Great American Outdoor Show. It's sponsored by the NRA. We've got a whole different world out there now. There were people that really frowned on the NRA. This company, the NRA, has backed this show, with the guns and the fishermen and everything like that. We have to protect our Second Amendment rights.
Amen.
And the attitude and the atmosphere in this show is absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. Everybody is up. Economy's up. I don't want to get political on this podcast, but I do want to get patriotic. I honestly feel that the country's turning.
Yeah.
The country's turning.
Yeah,
we're fishermen, we're hunters. We're supporting our president. And this show right here, like I said, there are so many people here from all over the world. They take week-long vacations. This show is 9 days long, and it is you couldn't imagine what is in here. They've got people from Antarctica, doing musk oxen hunts and deer hunts and African hunts and safaris and stuff like that. There are 7 buildings here. It's unbelievable. It's a great time.
What are you doing here though in booth 2400 in Mega Strike? What'd you bring this year that we haven't seen yet?
What we're doing is we're demonstrating new products. Okay, I've got 3 new products that I introduced at ICAST that'll be coming out within the next month. Okay, I showed them to Tackle Warehouse. Tackle Warehouse came up and said, I want every size, every color. I need them yesterday.
No kidding.
Dick's Sporting Goods came in and said every size, every color. So what I did was I changed and really made some different innovations in products. The Cavitron Buzzbait. Cavitron Buzzbait has been the choice of professional anglers for over 23 years. Probably 95% of all the anglers that throw a buzzbait know what a Cavitron is. Sure. Super high quality. Everything we do is made in the USA. And this year at ICAST, I introduced the Cavitron buzzbait with a clacker on it. And what that'll do is give you a little bit extra noise, and it is, Tackle Warehouse took orders already. You can find them on www.tacklewarehouse.com. And let me tell you, they're flying off the shelf shelves faster than we can build them.
That sets this apart from every other buzzbait out there.
It is. It's like I said. It's just true quality.
Awesome.
Our blades are all anodized. They're all custom-made blades. Our heads are all patented. The Oxbow bends in there let it run a little bit deeper in the water than the average straight shanked buzzbait.
Yeah.
But like I said, the quality. Anything happens to it, we replace it. We're the only companies out there that I know of that if you have a problem with it, we'll buy it back from you. Nobody does that. And that's just what we want to give back to the customers that we've had for years. We want to show people that there's integrity in our product. We talked earlier about the country the way it is and in the world, there's no integrity, there's no accountability anymore. What we want to do is show people that we have confidence in the product so that you will have confidence in the product when you buy it from us.
Awesome.
So another product that I came up with is our shaky head. Our shaky head is so unique compared to everybody else's shaky head on the market, and there's some great shaky heads out there. I'm not here to put anybody else's product down. We have a shaky head that we designed, and it was done after a product. It was a jig that I invented and I won Best New Lure Design at ICAST in 2006. It was called the Evolution Jig. Different than anything anybody's ever seen. So what I did was I incorporated our shaky head, but I put a shaker blade on the front of it. And what that does is it gives you super vibration, but you can use it as a bladed jig type bait. But what happens, you can reel it in and use it like a bladed jig. You can put any bait you want on there. But when you kill it and stop it and it hits the bottom, it stands the bait up vertically. And you get so much more action out of this. It's absolutely unbelievable. Those will be out. We're waiting for packaging on that right now. Should be out within the month. Okay.
Awesome.
It's February now. It should be out for like March 1st.
Just in time.
The other bait that I came out with was it's a bladed jig, okay, like a swim bait type deal. It's a hard bait. And what it is I'm trying not to infringe on anybody is what I'm trying to do.
Right.
And what it is, it's jointed.
Okay.
And I took it after our strikeback spinnerbait and our Roland Martin big bass spinnerbait.
Yeah.
We have a jointed spinnerbait that, we're selling these things like hotcakes too. And what happens is I incorporated that head of ours, and what we did was we added the blade to the front of this.
Okay.
And what it is, it's jointed now. And you want to talk about action like no other bait out there. So it is really neat, and you can see that. We'll have that on our website shortly at www.megastrike.com.
Perfect.
And what my new other bait is for really cold water in the spring is I made a jointed underspin. Same type of head design that we have on our spinnerbait, and let me tell you, the guys are ordering like crazy. Oh yeah, they're real neat. Well, so we have 3 or 4 new products for this year, and again, everything made in the USA. We're Americans. Awesome. Let's keep our money here. Awesome. Let's keep our our people happy, brother.
You heard it here first.
Always innovating.
Get out there, get your Mega Strike products. Appreciate it, Bobby.
You got it. And thank you guys for having us here. Okay.
Oh no, thanks for having us, man.
We got Roland Martin here tomorrow. He'll be in our booth. You guys come back here, and let me tell you, you're going to hear from the most legends of fishermen, and that's Roland Martin.
Awesome.
He'll be here tomorrow.
That'll be a good old show.
All right, booth 2400.
2400. We're right in front of the hog trough, so come on, watch our demonstrations, watch our seminars. You're going to have a great time. Amen. Come on out to the Great American Outdoor Show.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby. Thank you, sir.
Tyler Dunn.
Catfish.
I finally got to the fishing hall.
Right.
Tyler, how are you, bud?
Awesome.
And we ran into Tyler last year. Absolutely my favorite stop once again. Tell me everything that happened very quickly last year. What's your big highlights from last year? Did you get any good fish up in Canada?
Oh yeah, big fish. Highlight of my season last year was actually just going full-time as a guide.
Yeah.
That was just the bottom line. That's
so
my job. That's my life. I've been working at it for close to 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's finally all come together.
It is.
And it's
the stars aligned this year.
It's hard work, hurt luck, networking, meeting guys like you, doing shows like this, talking to companies, people. That's what it's all about.
You now absolutely, your heart can be free because you fish.
I fish.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, I fish.
I'm so proud of you. It's awesome.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And we follow, every one of our guys follows you on social media, watching the fish that you catch up in Canada, and you're here promoting Ontario, Canada?
Yep, as a whole.
Yeah.
Border to border. We're not here representing one individual lodge or cabin or hotel, or we're here promoting the 1,600 different places we offer across the province. Hunting, fishing.
Just get up here to Canada
Get
and
up
do
to
it.
Canada, do it. You know, the exchange rate's great for you Americans to come back up, see what we have to offer. Pretty much, you bring 4 people, you get a trip for free.
Yeah. You know what the difference between Tyler and me is?
What is it?
I would not be at the show telling anybody about my Ontario honey hole. I'd be like, yeah, fishing in Canada sucks.
Yeah.
Don't come up here.
Go to Alberta if you need to go to Canada.
Any big plans for 2018 coming up?
Yeah, I have a couple of little big TV shows booked early season. I have a trip with these guys in June that are coming up from Pennsylvania.
Look out.
Yeah. I don't know who they would be at all.
That's actually going to be a highlight for me next year.
We want to visit all 400,000 bodies of water that are available in Ontario when we come up to visit.
Well, have a couple of those monsters and we'll get at it.
No, that is, like last year we went to Florida fishing peacock bass.
Yeah.
So we went all the way south. This year we're coming all the way north to Lake Nipigon. Did I say it right?
We're going to go up to Lake Nipigon and kind of work our way back to my hometown.
In the Sault Ste. Marie.
Sault Ste. Marie area.
I'm stoked. And that's going to be in June. I'm turning 37 this year, guys. So again for like the 4th, 5th year. I don't know how old I am anymore. I've been lying about it for so long. However, I think it will be my 40th birthday present to come up and fish with Tyler Dunn.
Awesome, man.
So stoked.
Awesome, man.
That's going to be the second week in June, and we're going to podcast from up there from one of the lodges. From on the lake. Hopefully catch some pike, bass. What else are we?
We're going to do, on Nipigon, we'll do pike, lake trout, brook trout, some walleye, probably catch a couple whitefish in between, and then when we head back down south towards where I'm from, we'll do some bass and probably throw in a muskie day.
Yeah, and if any of you guys have not listened to the podcast before, I think Tyler's been mentioned on a few of them.
Just about everyone.
A couple of them. But steelheads might be your favorite.
That's my bread and butter. That's what got me going in the industry. Yeah. I grew up...
so if you were off work, that's what you would go fish for?
Yeah. I was a steelhead bum growing up. That was my thing. You know, just jump in your vehicle, a pair of waders, bum around the rivers.
10 years worth of fishing.
That was 10 years of eating craft dinner and soup and
I hear you.
Making just enough money to put gas in the car and buy worms.
But that's what tells people you love to fish.
I love to fish.
Fishing comes first.
I love to show people what we have for fishing.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. Not so much me going fishing. I like to see people's faces that
they catch their first pike.
They come up. It's their dream trip, and their first fish is their biggest bass of their life.
Yeah.
You don't forget that.
There's nothing that beats that feeling.
No,
absolutely.
No.
Well, I hope to get that same look from you when you come down and we catch your first flathead on the kayaks.
Absolutely.
Susquehanna.
Absolutely.
Where can they find Tyler Dunn at?
You can find me online on my website, www.tylerdunguiding.com or .ca, sorry. Instagram, Tyler Dunn Guiding, and Facebook, Tyler Dunn Guiding.
If you're not following, you should be.
Yep, and perfect, guys. If you get a chance to get down here to the show, we're in the fishing hall, 2,500 row. Go fish Ontario, go hunt Ontario. Just come visit Tyler Dunn. It's going to be fantastic.
Not far down here from the hog trough.
Yeah, exactly. Just down the other end of the aisle.
And they don't keep him far from fish.
No, it's super easy to find this out too, guys. If you come down here and talk to Tyler, he not only can tell you like to come up and fish with Tyler, obviously, but come up and fish other places.
Exactly.
All of Ontario.
Exactly.
And right beside him is one of the Beasley brothers, and you guys heard of them guys on our podcast before. They're huge. They can tell you where to hunt black bears and everything else. So, Tyler, I can't wait till June, brother.
Oh, yeah, man.
Take care, brother.
Ryan?
Good to talk to you.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right, everyone. We are back in the fishing hall at the Great American Outdoor Show with Scott Lenox from Fishing OC at booth 2518. Scott, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good. Good to see you again.
Yeah. How is everything?
It's good. It's been a busy couple days.
Yeah, yesterday was really busy. I actually compared it to some of the busier days that we've had here at the Harrisburg Show. We call it Harrisburg Show, Great American Outdoor Show. But, yeah, it was one of the busier Saturdays I've seen.
Yeah, that's good.
Loads of people.
That's good. It's good to have you here again. So what's going on this year with you?
We've expanded even more, man. We've got we're here to distribute our Fishing OC magazine, the Ocean City Vacation Guide, kind of bring people to Ocean City for the tourism department, specifically for fishing from my booth.
Yeah.
And we've grown again. So the magazine went from 76 pages last year to 92 this year.
What?
So we've got loads of different sponsors and advertisers that you can get on board with. Everything from inshore fishing from the Oceanic Pier to offshore fishing with some of the guys that are catching white marlin, tuna, dolphin, that sort of thing.
Now, in that magazine, it has the names and numbers and any information to get a hold of any of those guides that
anything you need. Yeah, okay. I'm the middleman. So basically, somebody can come to me at the booth here or our website, and if they want to target a particular species, we have something for them. If they have a certain budget, we have something for them, and we can basically take their questions and mold it into, hey, you need to call this group of people. Here's your options for that group of people.
That's great.
And we've got, like I say, everything from inshore on the Oceanic Pier. It costs you $8 to get out there for 12 hours to $2,700 charter for tuna and marlin.
Wow, perfect. That's awesome. So, and you also have in the magazine places to stay, places to eat. Pretty much, it's an all-inclusive vacation planner.
It's a one-stop shop, man. Yeah, we've got somebody can come to our booth and walk away with options for hotels, restaurants, amusements, boardwalk, and then obviously the fishing stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, perfect. Everything in one place.
That's it. How long have you been doing this?
This is our 4th year doing it.
That's
fourth
awesome,
year doing
bud.
it, yeah.
Holy
and
bucket.
the website is comprehensive, too. You can go to the website and see all that same stuff that's in the magazine. Last year we had 400,000 visits to our website. Woo. Our fishing report is really popular. We put pictures in there every day.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. I mean, you guys are giving, weekly updates, if not more.
Daily
updates.
Yeah, when there's fish caught, it's daily. It's called the Daily Angle.
Okay.
And it's because every time every day I have a fishing report, I'm going to put something up there. We share it to our Facebook page, so it's easy for people to find.
Not only are you giving the information out of who to book with, you're giving the fishing reports. So you are 100% one-stop shop.
Absolutely, yeah. So basically, the guys advertise with us, and that's part of the program is that they get to go on our fishing report to the masses. And we've got 21,000 plus people on our Facebook page. So those fishing reports go to those folks on Facebook, and then others that just come to the website.
Yeah, perfect.
And it's a great place to see that who's catching what. We don't want to just throw out there, hey, these guys catch these particular fish, and then you just have to believe it.
Yeah.
We actually prove to you later on in the season when they're catching, flounder in the bay and white marlin, tunas and stuff out in the ocean. Yeah.
Sure. So how can people find you online, follow you?
Yeah, real easy. It's Fishing OC on Facebook, and our website's fishingoc.com.
Okay.
And we've kind of taken over the Ocean City online scene. If you Google basically anything that's fishing related in Ocean City, Maryland Fishing Report, Ocean City, Maryland charters, we're pretty much top of the list on Google rankings. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, you can just Google any of that stuff, and we're right at the top. Some people don't like it too much because our advertisers, if you Google Ocean City, Maryland tackle shops, we're number one, and Atlantic Tackle and some of my other guys are down the list. But it's good for them because their advertisements are on my website as well.
Yeah, you mentioned another quick thing we can touch on is that you are also talking to the tackle shops, the bait suppliers. So even if you do have your own boat, you have the information for all that. If you're going to bring your own boat, you can give that another reason to look at the fishing report.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And you know where to get the bait, who has the bait, who has all the tackle.
Yep, and what rigs are hot, and what particular bait they're catching them on. If the tuna fishing has gone from trolling to chunking, we put that in the report, and then we also have links to everybody that you can buy that stuff yourself.
Right.
If you don't have the money, or if you don't feel like you're booking a charter that's expensive, or you have your own boat and you can do it on your own, we have all the options to put you in touch with people that carry those products too.
Perfect. All right.
Hey,
cool.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it. We always love talking to you.
Great seeing you guys again, man. Appreciate you talking to me about it.
All right, we're still in the fishing hall here, booth 2427, with our buddy Todd Gainer from Trout Magnet. Todd, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're awesome. We're awesome.
Good.
Even better now.
Better now.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys
We're back to Trout Magnet.
Yeah.
That's right.
We utilized some of the tips and tricks that you imparted to us last year.
Yeah.
And it's an understatement to say that we slayed with them. Like it was,
I don't know.
It was magnetic.
We told you the story. It was magnetic. Yeah, we told you the story yesterday where there was a group of us that were out, and I bought one pack of chartreuse and white.
Right.
And I don't know, 6 or 8 chrome jig heads, crappie magnets.
Yep.
And between the 6 of us, we caught 300 or 400 of it. I'm not making that up either. I'm not making it up.
You can go to deeper and ask those guys.
Yeah.
They'll corroborate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, no, trust me, I believe you, because this past summer I took my 2 boys down home Burnsville Lake, and we had 2 boats.
Yeah.
Of course, we went the double crossheads, the round heads, 1/16 ounce, white with chartreuse crappie magnet tail.
Yeah.
2 boats, 5 hours of fishing, boated over 400.
That's nuts.
The thing with crappie is you just got to find them, find out what structure they're on, and then you can catch them.
You got crappie thumb.
Crappie thumb. That's right. Crappie thumb.
So last year you had a product that you had given me that you made just for the show, and it was mermaid color. Yeah,
and we have it back this year.
You do. I'm not lying. As soon as the ice cleared out, it was the end of March, I think. The first time I got out, I dug out my mermaids, and sure enough, I landed a nice brown trout within a few minutes.
Well, the mermaid, we put it together last year just for the show. Had intentions of possibly putting it in the stores, but then we thought, well, you know what, we'll just keep it just for the show. So I brought it back this year.
Nice.
But it hasn't been sold anywhere else, just at the show.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Load up on your mermaid.
I'm going to have to.
If you want mermaids, you got to come to the Harrisburg show.
Yeah.
2427, booth 2427, and get them.
So this is the only show you sell them?
Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys have had a pretty...
So guys, after the show, hit up Stevie.
Yeah.
He'll have his own stock of this mermaid.
Yeah, I'll make you a good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Double price.
Double price, at least.
Yep.
Maybe more. So you do have a good deal going on rods.
Oh yeah,
this week, right?
We got the new Trout Slayer series rod, which we put together 6.5 foot, just like our Sore Lip series. So here at the show, you can get those rods at a reduced price.
Sure.
We did.
Yes, you did. You guys just got some.
Yeah.
And we had some of our new Ballo reels too. Sold out of them yesterday.
We didn't.
You did.
Day one.
Day one gone.
That's insane.
A nice reel, for $25.
Yeah.
Here at the show, nice reel that you can trout fish with, pan fish, for $25, kind of hard to beat.
Good deal.
So,
yeah, good deal. Anything else new you got for this year?
Here at the show, we've got our new Fin Commander stuff. That's the new crappie stuff that we started with the Fin Commander series on the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So last year we showed it at the show but couldn't sell it. This year we can sell it.
That's right.
So we got the fin spins here, the creepy crawlers, and some of that stuff here at the show that we're actually selling this year. So
it's got to be big down south.
It is. It's huge down south.
Yeah.
And my partner down in Arkansas, he's actually at a show in Nashville this weekend, and they're slaying the crappie before the shows every morning. Taking coolers full of crappie in and showing people.
No kidding.
We have a mini weather event here, and then he's probably just
he's down there lounging,
not making it easy to be in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Bless your heart.
Well, we'll be sure to check those out. But I appreciate you taking a few minutes with us. We
Not
love
a problem.
talking
It's
with
always
you.
a pleasure to be
Love your
here. Look forward to you guys coming by and talking to us.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
right.
what's where can they find you?
Aisle 2400 in the fishing hall here at the Great American Outdoor Show, Harrisburg, PA, and it is actually booth number 2427.
But you better get here quick because this stuff is flying. I see people are unboxing. Your guys are unboxing stuff, filling up shelves. It's you got to hurry.
It's one of the busier booths in the show.
It absolutely is. Yeah, for
cool.
good reason. All right, bud. Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Hey guys, we made our way down here to the archery hall, and we had to stop. Had to make our stop here.
First
We're talking with Randy Stoppenhaugen, Better the Hun, and let me just say, Randy, if I could, it's what they do.
It is what they do.
Thank you. And thank you for blessing the booth, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by.
We appreciate you being here. Where are we at? Which booth, though? In
1120.
1120. I don't want to screw it up. I screwed it up yesterday on live.
but it wasn't on purpose, so that's okay.
Nothing's on purpose. Really.
When you guys make your way into the archery hall, it's it's chaos. It always is.
It is.
But you're going to see this beautiful banner that Randy's got, this big old flag running up here. And, buddy, that logo logo couldn't look any better on that flag. I mean,
thank you.
Better the Hun. It looks great. And Randy, tell everybody why they need to stop in here. What do you got going? We know we've all got our personal favorites, but I know you also have something new for us this year. So what do you got going at the booth this year?
Well, the whole philosophy, real quick, behind Better the Hun is these are products that you're not going to see in any other booth. It's not the next generation of a stabilizer, and not that that's wrong, but what we've got are all very unique products. We have the insulated bow mitt, which will fit on any bow, keeps the archer's hand warm, gives him the opportunity to be more successful in the field. Then, of course, we've got the modular game pack. Predominantly, that's a Western product. If someone's going out west, you're transferring that weight front to back evenly. Then, of course, we've got the Pack Rat rifle support system. Or if you sling your bow, now you can go hands-free in and out of the woods. Instead of that bow or that rifle constantly sliding off your shoulder, it keeps it secure to your shoulder.
That thing's slick.
Yeah.
But new, we have the turkey fan favorite. It's a tool that when you're out in the woods and you get your turkey down, you use this tool to hold the turkey fan open, so now you can get your picture taken and you're not trying to hold the turkey fan tool open. Now you can, they call it fans up, hands up.
Fans up, hands up. That's
Hands up, hands up.
And then when you get home...
I was going to say, it's not just for the field.
No. Once you get home, you cut the turkey fan off, put some borax on it. It keeps the fan perfectly open till it's dried. Then you can unclip it and use it again. Or if there's a notch on the back of it, you can put it right up on the wall.
Mount it right on there.
Yeah.
Bam, there you have it. One-stop shopping.
One thing I want to point out there, Randy, about the modular game pack, you're selling it as it's primarily a Western thing, but I'm telling you, there's enough mountains on the eastern side. If you get in the western part of Pennsylvania or down into West Virginia, there's places you don't want to go dragging a deer out.
No.
So,
well, coming here from Michigan to this show, I mean, I was impressed. I mean, I always tell people at the show, oh, yeah, come out west. You know, we got these steep mountains. Yours may not go forever like ours do, but yours are just as steep.
Just as steep, yeah.
And this allows you to get back in, go maybe down into a draw that you wouldn't want to go into. You get that animal down, it's easy to quarter an animal out, easier than you think.
Mm-hmm.
You can put that hoed deer on your back and on your front and walk back out. Because I can understand that's difficult, probably trying to drag a deer out of there.
Yeah, and how many Pennsylvanians have drugged deer, and we don't have to anymore. We don't have to go to a station.
Right.
So now a modular pack and quartering a deer out is so much. It's working smarter, not harder at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the great thing about it is that pack is normally $89. Plus I put $7 shipping and handling to get it to you. At the show, it's $60.
Wow.
$60. I mean, that's a deal.
We're ripping you off for that price.
Nice. Nice.
I got that one out right this time.
I love you. I love you.
There's that little three-way man crush going on.
There you go.
I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving it. And Randy, I've always been just obsessed with the bow mitt, and it's just great. And the fact that you can have your bow in your hand at the ready, even in late season. You know, Pennsylvania's got that big late season opens up day after Christmas and runs for about 3 weeks, and it can get brutal.
And it was brutal.
This year was no exception.
Brutalness.
Yeah. And
you experience some of what we experience every year out in Idaho. It's normally 0 to minus 10, 20 during our archery season. So you can put a hand warmer in there, keeps the hand warm. It gives you the opportunity to, instead of hanging your bow, now you can comfortably relax your hand, keep it in your lap. That deer shows up, you're ready.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Well, Randy, we appreciate the time. We're not going to hold you up. There's already a big crowd out here waiting to see your stuff, and keep them coming. That's the other thing.
Keep them cranking. Let us know when you got a new product coming out so we can get everybody on the know.
Yeah. So make sure you get out to the Archery Hall, guys. Great American Outdoor Show 2018. Stop in here, Archery Hall. Find Randy. Shake his hand.
1120.
He doesn't wear the bow mitt while he's in here, right?
No.
So you can still shake his hand.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Randy. Appreciate the time, buddy.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you guys coming here and
keep
spending
on doing
some of
what
your
you
time.
guys do.
Hey, thank you.
All right. Better in the Hun.
There
Thank you
go.
very much, Randy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, guys. So this is Uncle Catfish, and we've made our way up to the Archery Hall. We just talked to Randy Stoppenhaugen.
Yep.
I believe, from Better the Hun. But I'm super excited. One of my favorite fishermen out there, Mr. Greg Kreps, is with us, and we're down at Summit Treestands.
Hey, welcome aboard, Shane. Sorry. My son's name's Sean, so I keep saying.
I get that every week, back and forth. So besides, we're sitting here at Summit, and obviously everybody in my group's a giant Summit fan. I want to talk about what was big with you this year. What stood out with you this year in 2008 and 17 headed into 2018?
As for on the Summit side of the house, what we're seeing is, our hunting age group demographic is getting older, more so than the younger generation. We're still selling a fair number of climbing stands. The biggest sale that's been an increase, and we've noticed it this weekend so far, just in the first day yesterday, is our ladder stands and our lock-on stands. Putting those up, the portability, the ease of getting them in, getting them out, quietness, getting into your stand, getting out of your stand, versus a climber. Climber, you have a little more versatility, climbing, getting different heights and so forth, but they can be a little more cumbersome, a little heavier, a little noisier,
a little trickier
to use. But like I said, I think our demographic of the hunting crowd is getting older, and they're migrating towards that ease of use, which was the ladder stands and
just don't tell us that, right?
Yeah,
don't tell us that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I've got all three kind, but I'm partial to a ladder stand. I feel the more safe that I feel, the more comfortable I feel, the better that I can concentrate on what I'm trying to do, and that's hunt.
Yes.
And I have two amazing climbing stands that I absolutely love to use, and they're great. But there's something different about, for me personally, to go out and jump up in a ladder stand that just goes, I'm here, I'm up, I'm set in, I'm done.
And that goes back to the average
sweating.
Yeah, the average individual that works, 7 days a week. We have a lot of blue collar workers in Pennsylvania, and Maryland, and the territory, and the time is the big factor for a lot of those guys. And the simplicity of putting up a ladder stand or a lock-on stand, when they can get into it quicker, quieter, faster, get in a stand, they have more time to hunt. We still have the guys don't get me wrong, we still sell a lot of climbing stands. There are a lot of younger guys and older guys. We sold a fair number to the older guys.
I've used them too. Last year I used them 4 or 5 times.
And it's just, you go into that certain spot, you've got the time, you know an area where you want to hunt, but you don't know exactly where, but you can go ahead and pick any tree and pretty much get up in that tree and hunt that area.
There's always going to be a group of people ready to run and gun.
Yes.
And the climber's obviously the way to do that. I prefer, personally, even for a run and gun setup, I use a lot of hang-ons and buck steps.
Yes.
I can't get over the buck steps. I got buck steps in the woods. I forgot they're there. There's so many sets that I got out there.
You have to have a climbing stand in your arsenal, though. If you don't have a climbing stand in your arsenal and somebody randomly that you run into says, hey, come down and hunt the farm, hey, come down here and hunt somewhere else that you've never been to before.
Yep. You need that mobility. You have to have that mobility and the ease of getting up into the tree on that situation. And here again, you go hunting public land. A lot of places in public land, you can't put up a permanent stand.
That's right.
So there's a lot of guys that hunt state game lands, national forests, whatever. The climber's perfect for that. So that's where we still sell a lot of that side of the house.
Summit's been around for forever now.
Since the 80s.
Forever.
Since the 80s. Yep.
And you can't beat a Summit. There's just...
So comfortable.
They're comfortable, they're quiet, they're easy to use, they're affordable. We talk to so many people that, I've got an older climber. And well, how old is it? Oh, it's 15 years old, And one thing I want to stress on the climbers to these guys, and we talked to a lot of them here in the booth today.
Yeah.
It comes back to the safety factor. I got a stand that's 15 years old. Okay, well, when's the last time you replaced the cables on that stand?
Yeah.
Well, I've never replaced the cables. Well, hey, we built a good product, good, solid, strong product, but your life is hanging on a 1/4-inch cable.
Everything needs checked.
You should check it every season. Check the welds in it. Replace your cables in it. It's an insurance policy.
And
that's
not saying
the big
that
thing.
should be common sense, but you check your brake pads. When
people check, they change their oil in their cars. They check their brake pads. For safety reasons. No different on a tree stand when you're climbing a tree stand. You check your safety gear. You check your safety harnesses. Make sure the stitching is all good in that. Check your welds in your stands. Check your cables. Make sure your cables are in good shape. Replace them.
There you go. Just like a vehicle inspection, bring your tree stand to Catfish's house, and he will inspect that every year and put a sticker on it.
I'm for that. Yeah.
I like it.
Certified by Catfish.
Yep.
No. What? No.
No, I don't think he's quite qualified for that. That's why we have the TMA, the Tree Stand Manufacturers Association. That, they set the standards and the guidelines on how the stands are going to be built and, what the welds need to be and so forth like that. If a guy's got a stand that's questionable, most dealers can take a look at that stand for the individual. If he's a Summit dealer and he's selling Summit stands, he knows the product. He can inspect it and check it for those guys. Make the recommendations, or even do the changes for the customer. Install the new cables on it, or put a new seat on it. If the guy doesn't know how to do that, very simple to do, but they can do that for him.
I'm totally into using tons of new equipment, though. Like, I like to try all kinds of equipment, whether it be fishing or hunting. So if people do want to bring me their tree stand so that I can use it for the weekend and give it back, I will tell you, I will rate how safety I think it is.
It's kind of a test and evaluation, right?
Instead of buying 25 different stands, I'll just borrow everybody's out there.
Perfect.
And for the weekend. And I'll tell you how safe I think it is. But then you go have it checked by a professional. What's big for coming up? Any new news for coming up this year?
Not so much on the Summit side of the house. It's business as usual. Our steel products, we've changed the powder coating to kind of get some separation a little bit there from our aluminum products we build. We're going to more of a bronze color on that side of the house. There are a few new accessories we introduced, some swinging bow arms, the screw-in style swinging bow arms. We have those new this year. And then we also come out with a heated seat that has a lithium rechargeable ion battery.
I heard about
that. You can set it in your tree stand. You set it on high, you get about 4 hours worth of run time. Keeps your bums warm on the bottom side.
Warmer.
Yeah, the hiney warmer. But another neat feature about it is you can take that lithium ion battery out and you can carry it as a backup battery for your cell phone or your iPad.
Really?
So because it's all USB charged, USB plugged in, and so forth. And
boy, is that a great design!
And
we can keep podcasting.
Keep podcasting while you're sitting in a tree stand, or I was looking at laying in layout blinds. Snow's on the ground. You know how your butt gets cold when you're laying in a layout blind. Put that underneath your butt and lay on top of it, and you get some heat down there. So, that's multi-purposes. And the big push for me has been soccer games and football games on that. I mean, guys don't want to sit. Ladies don't want to sit on a cold bleacher.
You're using it for everything.
We're multi selling it across the brand or across the board on that side. So
What's amazing to me too is the fact that, Pap always said, if you can stay dry and warmer longer, you can hunt
longer. Yes.
And there's lots of times with me, with my multiple lower back surgeries, the pain sits in if I sit for long periods of time.
I'm with you, bud. I have back problems too.
The cold can make it set in faster.
Yes.
And it starts from the bum up.
Yep.
Like, I can get it, my lower legs get cold, my butt gets cold, I feel creep into my lower back, and now all of a sudden I'm not sitting as still as I should be because I'm fidgeting,
you're moving, you're shivering, you're cold, and you're thinking about going home, where it's warm and getting a hot meal or something of that sort. Now, one thing we've done on our climbing tree stands, most of our tree stands come with a standard style seat. We do offer a full wraparound seat for cold weather hunting. And it fully wraps around the lower part of your body, and there's 3 big pockets in the back of that you can get those big, large hand warmers.
Stick them right in there.
Stick them inside there, and you've got the warmth around the back of your lower extremities, your kidneys.
Down your lower kidneys.
Keeps your whole body much warmer. And we've been selling a fair number of those here this weekend, too. So it's an add-on accessory that you can purchase for any of your Summit climbing tree stands.
You guys got a ton of stuff down here. So, guys, make your way down to the archery hall down here in the show. You can't miss Summit. When you walk in, bang, right there it is, right in the middle. I'm not even going to bother trying to give you a booth number.
Our Hex ladder stand and our new Vine ladder stand. The Vine
when you find that Vine ladder stand,
that has got a lot of reviews this weekend. That particular stand, when you put it up in the woods, because of the design with no 90-degree angles on it, the grapevines hanging in the woods, it disappears. I mean, you get back 100 yards, it's hard to find that stand. Now, if you have a hard time finding your stand in the dark, like Catfish does, you might want to put some reflective tape on it or something like that.
I'm looking at it right now, and I can see how it totally would disappear in the woods.
Right.
That's why I said when you walk in here and you find the Summit booth, make sure you see that stand, because once you put it in the woods, you won't see it again.
You won't see it again. And then our Hex ladder stand that we have here on the end, that's a special built heavy-duty style ladder stand. It is a freestanding style ladder stand. You don't need the supports that go from the steps to the tree that always clank and clatter, because of the double build on the side. You don't get the flex in that stand like you do on a most lesser expensive style ladder stands. And it is one of our tallest ladder stands that we offer. It's 23 feet to the shooting range. And we still have to put another section on it. That's not all the sections.
Really?
Yeah. It looks tall here, so it'll even go up another 4 foot foot.
Wow, that is up there.
Yeah, 350-pound weight limit on that, and it's beefy without having a stabilizer bar going back to the tree. That means that's
less noise, less movement. You quieter getting in and out of your stand.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Anybody wants to buy these stands and bring them over for my weekend tryout, I definitely would try both of these tree stands out. They look great.
I'll work on getting you one, Catfish. How's that?
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Enjoy it. Good seeing you guys again. All right.
Take care.
Thanks.
Come down to Summit in the Archery Hall, boys. Check them out.
Rig 'em weedless.
Hey, we are in the gun hall at booth 642 with Vertical Gun Racks, and I have Mike. What's going on, Mike?
All right, so we've been out a few years now, quite a few years. So we have a new design in gun rack, and it's a one-rack-fits-all system. So we have a rack for every weapon. We got the long rack, which fits any long gun all the way up to a 50 cal.
Okay.
We got the handguns. It fits all your revolvers, your autos. You can mount them in different directions, up or down. Add them in your gun safe, interior walls, the doors, such like that, behind the clothes, in the closet, anywhere.
Yeah.
We have the horizontal mount. We got the bow hooks for all your bows. We got a spring that locks the gun in place for something movable. We sell a lot of police cars, for the policemen on their units. They have the plate between their seats. They mount it there.
Right.
Some military vehicles and such like that. We got the boot racks this year, and we getting going on a safe system. It's the blade system. You don't have to dig your guns in and out. You could actually pull the blade out, grab your weapon off of it, and push it back
So
in.
almost like a vertical drawer.
Yeah.
We're going to have vertical racks that are on rollers. You can pull that gun out, pick it up, slide it back in. You don't have to dig. That's awesome. That's a great feature to add.
Yeah, that's something new we come out with like a year and a half ago, and we're trying to move that along. We already starting to push them through and sell them. So
perfect.
That works really great.
Where are you guys out of?
I'm in Mississippi. It's a family business. Neil's in Georgia, so we got 2 locations, and we manufacture them all. We do everything right here in the U.S. It's all family business, USA product. So we're proud of that, right? I mean, so that's really a good thing, of course, for everybody. I feel, but and we've been moving on from there.
Yeah, great. You can mount your guns on the wall, behind doors, in closets. It's a one-size-fits-all system.
Yep.
You can hide that gun, stow it away if you need it.
That's right.
For long guns, shotguns, ARs, historic guns, makes a nice looking rack. Over top of fireplace type situation for a nice historic gun. Get grandpa's old shotgun over the fireplace. That would look great. You can also for your pistols, pretty much anything, and your bows.
And we got a bullpup rack. I don't believe anybody makes a rack for those. Long barrel pistol fits your Tavors, P90,
nice.
KSGs, all that
Very
sorts
nice.
of guns.
And I'm looking at this boot rack. It's going to be great not only for waders to hang them upside down so you can kind of dry them out, get that sweat out of them after a day of hunting, fishing, but also your short boots, you can use that. Great for any kind of shoes, anything.
In your mud room,
perfect.
And people pull into their garage. They always in the way. You want to run over them and such by the door. You can have them in one spot up off the ground, right?
Perfect.
Real clean fitting item. And they're the same coating and material that we use on our racks, so they stick like glue in them boot racks.
That's the other thing. Your coating actually holds the item in place a little bit better than it's not just a smooth steel. It's a sticky rubber type coating, right?
It's an industrial rubber coating. We use the best material because we could sell anywhere from Alaska to Africa. It doesn't matter the elements, hot or cold. It's not going to split. It withstand anything. We sell a high-end collectors. One gun could be worth hundreds of thousands.
Right.
The coating on it protects that. We guarantee it. So.
Exactly. Now you can just mount it with a drywall screw type situation. Find a stud, find a sturdy spot, 2 screws. You can mount your gun.
Yeah, and it really don't matter. I mean, we do a lot of gun rooms. They just put them up anywhere. If some people, every now and then, somebody will use the screw gun. They'll have it torqued all the way open.
Yeah.
It'll strip the hole out. You just put the white anchor. You're done.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, you guys have a great product. So again, we're in the gun hall. You'll be here all week. Your booth is what again?
642.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Again, Vertical Gun Racks in the gun hall, 642.
Yep.
Thank you.
And we'll be here.
All right, guys, we're up here in the gun hall, and we're with Jeremy with Bullseye Holsters. Welcome back again, boss.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
One of the best things we had going on last year, as we're standing behind the booth, Jeremy makes custom holders for your gun right in front of you. And if you don't have your gun with you, he has blanks to make your style of gun. And
I'm looking here. There's like 50 blanks hanging on the wall here.
Yeah.
The blue gun.
Yeah. So whatever you buy and you don't have your firearm on you, Jeremy can make it for you right here. Or you can pull your own firearm out, and Jeremy can make it for you as well. Jeremy, from last year, whenever we talked with Bullseye Holsters, you were so cram busy. Your booth is one of the most busiest booths in this show.
Always.
People love your product. And now you have moved shops. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We have a new brick and mortar store. We just acquired larger space. Of course, we're always trying to improve and grow like anything. So we moved roughly 4 miles just west, I guess. And we're right along the highway, US 209, Williamstown. We're right outside of town. So it's Upper Dauphin County now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which so that should work out good for us.
That's big for this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're really excited. We literally only moved in about 8 or 9 days ago.
Yeah.
We've had no less than 10, 12 people in the doors that never even knew we existed at our old location because it was a little bit harder to find.
Yeah.
So we anticipate a bunch more foot traffic, so that should help out.
Sure. And actually, the holster that he's making right now live, which one is that there, Jeremy?
This is going to be just our outside the waistband, simple Glock. Anything 9mm or 40 caliber double stack is going to fit all in this one holster. And we're going to make a spot here to clear the sight, do a little bit of fine-tuning work with the heat gun, and then we're going to put the hardware on it, and it'll be complete.
And these holsters are seriously custom. They look like they're. I mean, they're super high quality. You would never, unless you think that this were made in a mold, which they're not. They're handmade right here at the show. He's actually heat gunning it now.
Yeah.
They look like spandex over your gun. They're that tight.
Absolutely.
But I honestly, even last year when I came over and we got to talk to you, I asked you, man, that looks like it's really hard to get out of there, and it's not.
No, and actually, in all reality, the real gun draws even easier because you have the weight behind it, and it's a little bit different material than this blue acrylic.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna do a little bit of a funnel flare on the top here, so it's easy to re-register the firearm.
Yeah, and he's hitting it with the heat gun right now and actually hand forming it. These are handmade holsters that Jeremy makes over here.
Heats them up.
You can actually get on your website, correct, and order one of these.
Yep, absolutely.
And you don't even have to bring your gun to him. You tell him what kind of firearm you have, and he'll make you one out of one of his blanks.
Yeah. Right, and I guess I should clarify. Ordering online, I'm basically a franchise when it comes to the holster aspect of our business.
Yeah.
The BullseyeHolsters.com website is actually out of Jacksonville, Florida, is where Bullseye proper is. It's where all the pre-manufacturing for all these things goes on. I get the blanks in, if you will, and then I create the holster out of our business. So
I remember
anytime you order, anytime you order direct from me, like out of the store, or call either my cell phone or email us or stop in or call the shop phone even, we can cut you a little bit better break. It's the same deal that we give here at the show. Something like this online would have been $70. We knock it down to $60 with the leather loops. If you just got the standard loops, it would be $60. We knock it down to $50 here at the show.
You can't beat that.
Great price.
So,
Ryan, give them a rundown of what kind of designs they have here out on the front table.
I'm looking across the options, and there's so much stuff. Obviously, you got your standard camouflage. The one that he's putting together right now is a really sweet looking, like a black and
it's like a gunmetal gray.
Gunmetal gray. American flag. Of course, there's.
I like the Wonder Woman one.
Secret
I'm sorry.
Squirrel. There's
She's
Wonder
hot.
Woman,
I like it.
Iron Man, Marilyn Monroe. There's Batman, of course. Then you got all the military types. I got Army Rangers, Marine Corps stuff.
Oh, you wouldn't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Pretty sure. Well, that one just, that's for the infidels, apparently.
Being an X-ray technologist, I really like the radiation symbol. Actually, I think that while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get Jeremy to build me a Glock 17 out of that radiation symbol this week while we're here.
A lot of Punisher options down here too, because they're slick looking.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
What do you guys got going on? I mean, I know you're busy. What do you got? Anything else big for 2018 coming up?
Later in the spring, we do the local gun show circuit. So we hit the Oaks show, which is probably one of the larger gun shows on the East Coast, at least up this far. So we hit that probably 5-6 times a year. We're always here at the Harrisburg gun show. We hit York and then a few other smaller ones, Bloomsburg, Split Rock up in the Poconos. So we stay fairly busy. I actually travel to different reps area, but he invites me down. we do Police Week down in D.C. every year. It's in May. That's a huge deal too. It's police officers from all over the world, literally all over the world.
That's Ocean City, Maryland?
No, it's right in D.C.
Oh, it's in D.C., I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was talks about it being at RFK Stadium this year. I don't think they've decided really where it's going to be held at. We had a prime location right across from a beer garden. I mean, literally, we made holsters from about 11 a.m. until 2 a.m. the next day.
Go.
Yeah, it's 3 days long. We're just cranking holsters out the whole entire time. It's pretty sweet. And,
which isn't surprising because you're doing one right here while we're talking to you.
The rep down there is actually a Baltimore police officer. So I mean, it's his crowd. I'm just there to be a helping hand. And
well, I can tell. I've watched you make these before. Not to put you on the spot. Beautiful. What's your best personal time to build one?
I would say 6-7 without sacrificing quality. 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
Part of that time is just allowing the product or the material to heat up in the oven and get up to temperature to be workable. There's a fine line between not cooking it long enough, so it's too hard to work with yet, and then on the other side of that, there's an edge where go too long, you'll burn it, scorch it, and so
there's definitely an art to it.
Absolutely, there's a science behind it. There's numbers behind it, which of course are trade secrets, but there's definitely a science behind it.
Well, I love watching you make them right here live. I mean, all these guys come up here at the show. And get you all kinds of get all their guns made right here live, right in front of you, and it's extremely exciting to see it all happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's value in that for people too. I mean, where else are they going to go and actually see a holster made for the particular gun? When they order online, they don't. Is it going to fit? Isn't it going to fit? Not exactly sure what I want. Here, I can handle demos. I can try stuff out, try it on, even if I want to, and then make a decision. So
I mean, and to run this down real quick, just like last year, I said Jeremy's got one of the coolest jobs here at the show. Everybody's busy. Everybody's talking. Everybody's talking about their product. Everybody's booking hunts. You're always busy.
Yeah, we're working. Yeah, we're working.
Yeah.
I'm calloused up.
I bet you. Absolutely.
I might have to give you some business here because now I see this Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey.
Oh yeah, the old number 7 there.
With the wood grain in the back.
Oh, that is slick.
Well, Rutten River, we're excited to come down. We're going to come check your new shop out, and we'll do a longer podcast. And we definitely want to get down to see all your new stuff, your new locations. So
we'll coordinate that with the grand opening later on this. When the weather breaks and gets a little bit nicer outside, we'll coordinate all that. That'd be great. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely, guys, get down here and see Jeremy. He's in the gun hall.
Out in the gun hall, row 700,
booth 757.
757 is the booth number. Get down here and check them out, guys.
We would talk longer, but we're in his work area.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Later,
guys.
Get out of your way.
All right, guys, we finally made it to the gun hall. One of my favorite places last year. Dan.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. Battle Horse Knives. BattleHorseKnives.com. You can go find out all the awesome knives that are here. We were going to talk about doing like a fox skinner last year with Dan, and we both got really busy. Plus, you had a really hectic year.
Oh yeah,
you had a hectic year.
I've had a lot of issues this year, just trying to convert this over because I've now turned the business over to the kids.
That's exciting and scary.
It's both of that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this retirement thing is not what it's cracked up to be. It's scared the hell right out of me. It's like I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know how this plays out. And for somebody that's been as active as I have, it's a really scary thing to not do something.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. So this coming year, then, are you the kids are now calling the shots?
It's 100% turned over to Alicia and John now. They're calling the shots. I've stepped back, and what I'm doing now is I'm just getting into starting to explore some of the creative side that I used to have when I did the knives. So I still create knives. I'm still doing the leather work, but I'm exploring some of the new paths like the leather stuff and trying to figure out how do you do the leather to a higher standard and stuff like that. So I'm just doing stuff that I want to do.
Yeah. So you handed over the production side of the house.
Yes.
You're still doing some innovation things.
I want to get in touch with my artistic side again is where I started.
Yeah.
So build the really custom knives now, the custom holsters, some different stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool to sit around and dream about it too. I mean, now that you have more time that you don't have to deal with some of the stuff the kids have to do, hopefully 2018 comes up with something really awesome that you dream up.
Well,
it's going to be awesome.
I'm going to be exploring some hunting trips and things like that and start to have some actual fun. You know what I'm saying? This has been hard to do a business like this because you're on the road all the time. You're meeting new people. You're trying to advance the company. And it's a daily grind that's it's really impressive what you got to go through to sell knives.
Absolutely.
Now you need some opportunities for yourself to get out and use some of these knives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do all the time. So.
Well, there's a lot of knife people here at the show too. There really is, and this is the only one that we stop at.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys would come down here to the gun hall and come over to the knife booth here, you would see the difference. I mean, that's what drew me in. The small Skinner that you have out there is bar none my favorite knife of this entire show.
Well, one of the reasons that it is I've used knives my whole life, and when you're out in the outdoors and you're using a knife and you're talking to other people that use knives, you start to realize what is important about that knife.
Right.
And once you realize that the tips have a certain purpose, the handles have a certain purpose, the shape of the knife, the grind of the knife, all of those things have purposes built in.
Right.
So choosing the knife can be pretty difficult if you don't understand what that is. A knife is not a knife is a knife. It's got to be, what do you want out of that knife? Yep. So 80% of what you're going to do with your knife needs to be what that knife is all about.
Yep.
You can cut anything with anything. So.
Yeah. And artists have different size paintbrushes for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, when I pick up a bow, the grip on a bow is extremely important to me. The handle on your pistol has to fit your hand right. And that skinning knife, not only is it perfect, but even like some of your other knives, you make them so that they fit your hand properly. So, I mean, if you're doing work with a skinning knife and you're doing work with some of these knives, the handle is overlooked a lot of times from other knife makers. Whereas, like, that thing fits like a glove in my hand.
Yeah.
It feels like when you're working with it, it is that paintbrush.
Well, it's just like when people are using firearms, you're going to work up a load for your firearm. You're going to work that load up. You're going to find out how many grains of powder you need, what bullet you're going to use to get the best performance out of that product.
Right.
So you do the same thing with a knife. You need to work it up and figure out, what do I need in the tip? What does that have to look like to get the job done that I want to do?
Sure.
What does the blade need to look like? What does it need to be made from? What does the handle need to feel like for me to pull off 80% of what I want to do?
Exactly.
Because you're going to use a knife the wrong way for 20% of the time what you're doing.
Yep.
So there's not one knife. There's a mentality going around that you can buy a one-tool option and this is going to work for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't work in anything else. It's not going to work with this.
Yeah.
You know, you try to go to the lumber yard and get a load of lumber with a Volkswagen Beetle. What are you going to get? You know, it's not going to work the same way as a pickup truck. You know what I'm saying?
So, and if somebody stops in here to visit you and take a look at the amazing knives that you have out here, maybe they don't necessarily know what they need, but I think you've obviously been around this stuff long enough. You can just find out from them, maybe ask a couple questions.
I do.
And you'll be able to help steer them in the right direction. So you don't want somebody walking up here and taking a knife as beautiful as this one, which is a folding blade, and trying to baton that thing out in the woods, right? You're going to get them a full tang knife, and you'll point them in the right direction if they don't know what questions to ask.
This is exactly how I met Dan last year. Is I came up to him and asked him about that knife and told him how amazing it was, and he knows so much about it that he actually told me how to make it better. Yeah. And when people come up here, Ryan's right. You can help them, tell them this is kind of what you're looking for to do that job, whether you're skinning whitetails or
Exactly. But what you guys do for me is you tell me what you need.
Right.
And if I know what you need, then I have a better understanding of what I need to make.
Yes.
So it's a two-way street. You have to ask questions about the people on the other side of the table because that's who you're making the knife for.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not going to just sell you something for the sake of selling it to you. I want you to be satisfied with it so you come back and we make you something else.
Yeah. And skinning, like we were talking last year, skinning the nose and the eyes out of the fox, of the possum.
So delicate.
There's almost 3 different knives that I use to do that process, whereas that knife right there does the same thing as all 3 of them do. Like I can use that for all 3 processes, and we talked last year about just making like a little indentation where this part of the pad of my forefinger sits and things like that.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we'll work on that this year.
Yeah, I think that'll be a fun thing for you and Alicia and John to work out.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Is this the only show you're doing right now?
This is the only one I intend to do.
Yeah.
Well, I told you that I rolled the 4-wheeler over on myself, broke my hip, so hunting whitetail deer was difficult this year, but I got it done because I don't quit. But,
exactly.
There you go.
I've been a lot of years taking a whitetail deer every single year since I've been hunting.
Yeah, you can't just stop because you got a broken hip. Who would do that, Dan?
I don't do that. You can prop me up with a stick and cover me with brush. I'm still going to shoot it.
How did the four-wheeler fare? The four-wheeler take a dent too?
It did. It was my grandson's. Yeah. Kids like a little more aggressive tread on the outside, and that was my problem because it hooked the bank and yanked it up the bank on me and rolled it over on myself. It's one of those freak things that's going to happen.
Absolutely. Yep.
The old days, I would have just jumped right back up and got on and yeehaw, you know.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen this time.
Didn't bounce this time.
No, I don't bounce. It's like, wow, I don't bounce anymore.
You don't bounce as high.
I don't bounce as high.
Yeah.
Well, Battle Horse Knives, do they have any other shows this year?
Oh, yeah. They'll be doing shows throughout the year. They do the NRA thing.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of big shows, a lot of small-time shows. It depends. We just try to fit shows in when we need to or we need to explore some new things. We're doing real well in Alabama right now. There's a outdoor supplier down there that really likes our knives, and they've been selling the heck out of them down there.
Well, if you guys, whether you're just a consumer looking for a new knife that's a specialty knife for whatever you're doing, whether it's cutting fish, skinning, foxes out, like I said, whatever the case may be, or, you're a shop looking to maybe find, a supplier to carry a good knife, come out here.
Amazing quality.
Yeah, bar none. We're telling you where to go. Come out here and see them at the show. Give them a call. Rotten River Pursuits is a big supporter. We really appreciate it, Dan.
Yep.
Thanks for talking with us.
We love you guys.
Yep, down here in the gun hall, end of the 500 row. Check out the booth.
Hey, one more thing. Can I entertain you for just another second?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because you had mentioned earlier about this folder. I don't know if we had this last time that
I don't
you guys
remember
were
seeing
here.
that last year.
You were talking about this folder, and you maybe wouldn't want a baton with it.
Right.
I exactly solved the puzzle, so I want to tell you that this folder will do all of that.
Oh, nice.
The reason that it will is this folder is called the Tree Frog. You can look it up online, but if you see, this has pins in it, stainless steel pins that go completely through the blade, completely through the handle. So when this thing is opened up and you stick these stainless steel pins in there, you now have a fixed blade.
Okay.
So you can baton with this. You can beat the heck out of the back of this. This is going to hold up because this goes completely through the handle.
I've never seen nothing like that.
And those are the same kind of steel, like roll pins almost that you would use when you're just putting the handle on. Yeah, they're not going nowhere.
So when you fold this up, it's a very useful tool too. You put the pins back in. Now when this unit is folded up and you're using it, now I have a way to strike my ferrocerium rod without having an exposed blade. I have a way to strike flint by striking the flint in this manner with the back of the blade, so one is going to get a good spark.
Yep, and that was one of the first things that jumped out at me. Almost every one of your blades looks like it's got that real hard 90-degree angle, which anybody who's worried about
that's
making
the reason
fire
that this is on here. So now I can scrape my tinder with it too. If I'm working down a branch or something, I can get some real fine tinder going. I can also probably use it. You guys could tell me better than that, but if I had a log or something and I want to scrape a hide down, I could scrape the hide down with this. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I'm not a skinner, so I don't know all that stuff, but it might work.
It'd get the vast majority of it off of there, that's for sure. Maybe a little bit of detail work, but that's when you flip her open, use the edge.
Yeah.
No, I'm feeling it. It's in my hand now. It absolutely would work for that. Right. I mean, you could take it down probably 95% with this, and then you would have to probably fidget with it with something a little bit more dainty than that. But absolutely, that would make short work of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing the fact that 90 degrees on there, and it's sitting here, and I never even gave all that a thought. And that's exactly why you have to see this stuff in person.
But we do make a model of this too that also has a bow drill divot in it. So if you wanted to do a bow drill fire, I mean, this is a perfect socket for doing a bow drill fire.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
So,
see, now I was trying to talk myself out of getting one of these because you couldn't baton it because I want one of the big J's that are out front. But maybe you talk me into this one too. We'll have to see.
Well, this one, if you're in an office situation, you can't carry anything but a folder, or you're in a situation where you're not allowed to carry anything but a folder, and you need a fixed blade. This is as close as you're going to come.
Well, I'm very much against a folder just because I've had them fold on me and cut me before, so I'm gun shy of them.
Yeah, well, that
takes care of that
too.
That's why it makes no sense to me why the Boy Scouts all of a sudden said Boy Scouts can only carry folders. It doesn't make any sense. It's the most dangerous thing you're going to have if you're an outdoor person for folding up on you.
Yes. So it's absolutely. Absolutely.
I devised that lock so that there's no way that's going to fold up.
That's brilliant.
And if for you guys out there that are listening to this, if you can't picture in your head, we'll take some pictures of it. And you can find it on our social media. You can see this knife yourself. No, you got me sold. I've never seen nothing like that. And actually, you know what? The fixed blade is, always been my go-to way to go. Somebody even gave me a folder today that's in my pocket, and it'll probably, be regifted because I've got enough scars from them folding on me that I just never went back.
One of the things that I learned early on is that this will kind of be comical, but the opposite of every problem is a solution.
Yeah.
If it folds up, you just need to make it where it doesn't
fold.
That's either fixed blade or you got to make damn sure that there's no way for that thing to fold.
And Dan thinks of this stuff when he's working. Imagine what he's going to come up with when he's retired.
Yeah.
Because I don't see him retired yet. Do you? Does he look retired?
Nope.
No.
Well, I'm working on perpetual motion now.
I'm working on retiring.
Good stuff.
Boss, it's been a pleasure like always.
No problem. You guys are always a hoot. I love you guys.
Thank you very much.
We'll keep up with you throughout the year. And let me get another new card from you guys this year because I definitely want to get a hold of the kids too.
Give you all the brand new cards you want. She'll be in here on Wednesday. Lisa and John, they're taking over for us, and we're out of here.
So you're done on Wednesday?
Yeah.
So I'm here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I can't wait to meet them. Tell them we're coming.
I'll tell them. I'll warn them.
Thanks, boss.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Cappers.
So once again, I think we're going to wrap up the show today. This is Uncle Catfish, and just like the Bible says, save the best for last. GP calls Travis.
How you doing, brother, man?
Zane, it's always my pleasure. My favorite goose calls in the industry, the best guys that I know. I can't even start anywhere else. Like what's old, what's new, what's coming up for 18. I want to talk about that.
Well, real quick, the pleasure, as always, is all ours. Everything you guys do for us, can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Now, on to the good stuff. Now that we got that out of the way, we got the Rutten River Pursuits podcast
specialty
custom colors right here.
Oh,
black and orange marble,
one of a kind.
This is the Big Hurt. Teddy Carr, the owner, is going to be bringing up the custom Mo Krakens, which is going to have the orange insert black barrel and the black insert orange barrel. Guys, we did this in honor of Catfish and everybody there with Rutten River Pursuits podcast because, we're family and we're going to have this offered here at the Great American Outdoor Show. And let me tell you, it's a sweet sounding call. We also have our True Grit and the Blaze Orange and black engraving right there. Now, Catfish told me you got to have something with the bourbon.
You got to have bourbon.
So we did the bourbon in black, which we only have 2 left of. It's selling like hotcakes. We came up here with 10. Only 2 of these left. And then we also have, for the swamp timber hunters out there, the bourbon and black Trickster.
The Trickster.
Now that white pops on it a lot, so we just had to go with the white. We figured we would go with the black and white on the True Grit.
No, this
go
looks
with
good.
the all white there with the Trickster.
Yeah.
And man, it's just one of those deals where you want to buy a call that sounds good, you want to buy a call that feels good, but those colors right there pop. And it's people. It's kind of like the old fishing lures. Fishermen buy fishing lures because they catch them with their eyes. Right? Yep. You already know all about that.
Chartreuse sells the most. Yep.
Yeah,
ain't no use if it ain't chartreuse.
Yeah.
Yep. You know it.
And so it's always a good time up here. It's a busy show. Yesterday we were slammed with people. And today, even with the Eagles being in the Super Bowl,
in the snow outside,
in the snow outside, it's a lot of good turn up here.
Yeah.
It's always a great time up here with the show. And man,
anything new coming out down the road that we don't know about.
Down the road, we are still in works with our polycarbonate line.
Are you?
We're going to do the Mo Kraken and the polycarb. We're also going to do the nitty gritty and the polycarb. And it's, as Catfish, we don't take out capital loans. We're a self-pay company.
Yes.
So it's not going to happen overnight. It's a process. We have the injector machine. We have the molds. Now we're just tinkering with it to make sure everything works.
Yeah.
And as soon as it does, we're going to have a lot of our retail stores jump all over that. Our wood duck call is a polycarbonate call.
Yeah.
And those sell like you wouldn't believe in those retail
can't keep
stores.
a hold of them.
No.
And so, as soon as we get that going, we're going to have me and Zane down at the shop, turning and burning calls out, getting them ready to rock and roll. And man, it's just, it keeps on getting better and better and better here at Grip Pack Calls.
And it's just like that. Will wants me to turn and burn all the time with these podcasts, and this is day 2. Day 1 for me because I had to go goose hunting yesterday. I'm not turning and burning podcasts on the X when the X was there yesterday. But so I don't know if anybody heard. I like this. Like, I don't know, how did Vanna White used to do that?
It even matches your
Would you like
shirt,
to buy a
man.
vow? Exactly. Listen, guys, we always love seeing you. True, not even a fan. We're family, and I tell you, honest to God, I got a lot of calls. And to be honest, I even got some other calls on my lanyard.
Yep.
They're there for looks.
Yeah.
You ever watch the old lady that comes into the bar with all these rings on and all the jewelry to look all pretty? That's me with my other calls, and the only ones I pick up are yours. So.
Well, it's like I've always said, a duck call and a goose call to a waterfowl hunter is his tools of the trade.
Yeah.
You go out there with one goose call, that's what you're going to have to use. What if the geese aren't really liking that tone that day? You got to have more to be able to work with and getting those birds feet down, guns up in the decoys.
Well, I'm just going to hold that call up in the air, and they're going to be so shocked on what it looks like, they're going to fall right in my layout blind.
They'll be sitting there, and instead of flagging, they'll just be like,
this is it, boys. This is it. Go to the light. Go to the orange light. We're all dead.
Oh, yeah, but, as soon as I set eyes on this new orange marble color, my jaw dropped, dude.
Yeah, that's so
I mean, I had to reel it back in. I was like, dude, and then I was looking at Teddy.
I saw it on Facebook Live yesterday, but it didn't do it any justice of what I see it now in the light.
Yep. Oh, yeah, dude. It is just one of a kind right there. And we'll see what happens. I mean, it might be something where it's a one-time thing. It might be something where it's a one-time thing every year at the Harrisburg show, or it might go year-round.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. That's why you guys are here to let us know the feedback.
Yeah.
You guys are not only more than pro staffers, but it's like you said, you guys are family. And so we're going to dish out a few of these, get them ready to roll. You guys give us feedback and let us know how it works. But, yeah.
The truth is when they're cupped and falling.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Well, you get them even closer. You get them walking around in the decoys.
I can't help it. I can't turn to my right. They were just. I was laying in the set, and my buddy's whispering to me, "Dude, they're on the ground behind you." And I'm going. I couldn't see them out of the layout, and then sure enough, I could hear them walking in the fodder.
Hey,
they were that close.
It's easier to see the bands on the legs when they're walking around versus when they're flying around.
This is true. Zane's got it.
See, Zane, Catfish, he was telling me, he was like, dude, I was laying in the layout blind. Oh, wait. Dude, I was laying in the layout blind. I was looking back behind me, and I saw the goose head. I said, that's not a decoy. That's an actual goose. I could have grabbed him and wrung his neck.
Oh, he was right there.
Oh, man.
It was heart pounding. It really was.
Awesome.
Man,
we can't wait. We're going to come down and hunt Virginia, and you guys got to come up and hunt one of these years.
Yeah.
Honest to God, with the snow and now it's freezing rain outside, dude, we slaughter some geese right now.
Hey,
I'm so
I've got my
itching to get
PA
out
license right here.
I mean, it would be on right now because they're look at that, they're stupid right now.
No, I like stupid geese.
We'll be back Friday with a longer episode, and we can't wait to have you guys in house.
Yeah,
so
absolutely, it's gonna be great.
Hopefully we'll get these guys out to the R2 dinner Tuesday night. We're gonna give a bunch of giveaways too with an industry dinner. So if you're not busy, we're gonna drag you over there 6 blocks down at ABC upstairs. We rented the building out.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Are they serving corn dogs and a gummy worms and orange M&Ms?
There's going to be gummy worms in the corn dogs. Melted gummy worms.
Oh, man.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We're going to wrap up the Great American Outdoor Show. This is day number 2, and we're leaving it with the best. Thanks, boss.
Always a pleasure.